Is class change dead? The new update changed kind of a lot of things, and especially the way your class is going to work. There's been some drama related to exactly how the Essence Mastery system might be killing the class change system in the game. And with skins in the game being class bound, it already is somewhat discouraging to change classes, especially when you look at things like the battle pass and realize, hey, I have 16 hours to the battle pass ends. I better change to the class that I want to unlock this cosmetic on if I'm going to buy and unlock it. Otherwise, I'll never see it again. This is on my monk. I'm now a necromancer. I don't have that skin. So there's already a couple reasons in the game that class change is a little bit, how to put it, not 100% efficient, but it gets worse. I'm of course referring to the Essence Mastery system. Now, this isn't the first thing to the class change that makes it where we have to regrind. As you know, when you swap from strength to intelligence, you get these reserve pieces of gear that I cannot still believe is still in the game. Absolutely, strength and intelligence gear shouldn't be a thing. When you swap classes, all your set pieces should go with you. You're adding so much stuff into the game at this point, Blizzard, for us to grind more set gear. Isn't it obvious you want us to have more set gear? Why do we have to crunch all of them when we go to the next thing? But that's a separate topic, okay? That's the grind currently. But now in the game, we have the Essence Extraction system. And if you want to know how it works, the very first one you extract is going to give you the essence. After that, one duplicate is going to give you one more essence. Then it's going to take 2 copies to get another essence. Then 3 copies, then 4 copies, for a total of 11 total copies of the legendary, including the unlock, or else it's 10 once you have the unlock done, for 4 essences. And you need 30 essences to get a rank up, and this rank goes to Mastery rank 4. Meaning, can we do the math here, everybody? Approximately, if you're having to do 4 essences for 10 legendaries, and you need 120 of them, 300. That's approximately 300 legendaries if they don't spread out enough and you have to kind of get them from the same legendaries. There's enough legendaries, however, if you look at these with how many we have in all the different spots, that you shouldn't have to max out that many. Realistically, I think it's going to be about half that, but you're going to be pushing over 100 duplicate legendaries for sure. But here's the thing, once you have that and you change classes, you are now getting back to your Mastery rank 1 and you're going to have to refarm them. Now, the other stats in the game you would lose were just like the set bonuses. You kept your Paragon, you're keeping your gems, you're keeping everything about it when you class change. But now, there is an objectively stronger class grind that you will lose when you swap from one class to another. This isn't necessarily 100% a bad thing, though. You see, when you actually look at what the Mastery upgrade rank typically does, they added in bonuses which sort of make sense for the build. So for the Skeleton Champion, archers for my Skeleton as a Necromancer here, it's going to just increase the damage that my summons do. If you look at the other ones for my build, like let's look at the Skeletal Mage duration, it increases the duration my mage is up. So it's going to be increasing essences, it's going to be increasing things that would make sense for whatever essence it is that you're using. Which means, legitimately, Diablo Immortal is starting to approach the reins of being able to have more unique non-cookie cutter builds. Because we have all of these additional bonuses, you could really double down on a certain type of build. Like, let's use the summon damage one as an example. Let's say I decide to really start working with all of the increase my damage type of abilities from the summon. So we get this from the helmet, we could get these from the other pieces of gear, but now we can also double down and we can build out, look at this, like the ring, damage done by your summons increase. So I could get additional, I believe it's 10% from each ring. So that's 20% more damage increase. Now we could be using the Shepherd set like I have here, increasing my summons damage even more. So it's starting to stack. And then we could go to the Blacksmith and we could be like, okay, so we're utilizing a summon damage type of build. Let me go to my Reforge bonuses. Let me reforge something into a different kind of build. Let me see here, damage to undead, damage taken. Let's see, damage to players, attack speed. Don't want any of that. We're looking for an actual increase damage type of build, right? So you would go through, you would find the one you want. Ravager, right? Damage done to my summons increase. So then maybe I'll go and increase my summon damage here as well. And I could get summon damage increase here, 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 here. That's 6 spots in the Blacksmith. I can get summon damage increase from the Masteries. I can get summon damage increase from the set bonuses and the magic affixes. And really, I can double down on, okay, this is going to be a summon damage build type of character. But that's not really like, that's not all of it. That's just one example. People like the Barbarian that have certain builds like Wrath of the Berserker, etc., that build might be getting even better. If you look, Wrath of the Berserker cooldown reduced, reducing the cooldown as an essence upgrade for the Barbarian is absolutely insane. That's one of the best things that I could possibly really imagine for them. This mastery increases the bleed effect damage by 30% off the first mastery. This one increases your primary attack speed, but the Essence Mastery increases how long that attack speed bonus is for. The length, the cooldown, stuff like that is actually crazy. By the way, what is going on with the face plus the comment? There is something wrong with, there is absolutely something wrong with this character. This one gives us stacking primary attack speed as well. Look at that. It increases how long it stacks for. So there could be a primary attack build coming out of the wizard pretty soon. So my point being that this new Essence Transfer, Essence Mastery, whatever you're going to call it, kind of, I feel like, opened up. Maybe there will be more meta builds to develop there. Obviously, maybe some will skyrocket even more so above the others. And maybe some of those builds will be the builds we already have. Absolutely. But I feel like the mastery system is opening up the playing field a little bit where you can really now have multiple ways to double down on certain builds, which as the game is evolving, we're getting more and more of. So now we've got higher tier reforged bonuses, so we can really double down on the specific reforged bonuses. We have the ancestral properties, we can really double down on those. We have the bonuses from the masteries. We're getting enough that it's actually getting pretty close to like an actual Diablo game in terms of all the different build options we have. Class change is something that needs to be able to happen now, because we have multiple reasons to class change. We have the set items we have to refarm. We have the Essence Mastery, which is further distinguishing us between the classes. Paragon trees are set between the classes. Cosmetics are locked between the classes. Either we need to open this stuff up, or if we're going to double down on that, we need to make class changing more common every 3 days or something. There's too much to do between each of these classes in order for this to be either a week between classes or you're not changing classes really at all. We need to be able to move around more freely, or else the class change system is like you're locked in for a week entirely on one class at a time. But that's just one ask. The other argument is we don't need any more class change bonuses. We should be incentivizing people to both double down on their character, learn their role better, get better at each individual class. So that way we see, I'm going to use a League of Legends term here, separating the good from the great, like necromancers or crusaders, etc. This might help distinguish people that understand the classes a little bit better from other people. And maybe that's their goal. Something I do want to do is, since necromancer has always been my main primary class, I'm obviously going to have to max out the Essence Mastery, but I find myself looking at the masteries and wanting to either try out Wizard or wanting to go back to the Barbarian, which I thought that would literally never happen. But I find myself longing for my days as a Barbarian, because the Barbarian was not only fun, but their Essence Masteries seem to benefit them significantly. But for now, we're going to be doing the summon build. We're going to max out the Necromancer, see what the summon build's like, and we're going to go from there. But there's an argument to be made that class changing is either more important than ever or more dead than ever, depending upon how you're looking at it. It's either more important because you got to max out all of them, or it's completely dead because you just want to max out just one of them. But either way, I don't think it's really a problem, because realistically, when you do the math, it's going to be maybe 100, 150 legendaries, depending upon your RNG. It takes 10 legendaries per each one of those to max out each one of those. You don't have to max out all of them. You just need a total of 120 essences in order for you to be able to max out the class. So you have to get some duplicates, but not all of them. With that being said, love y'all. Consider coming by the live stream. I will be live. I'll see you there, and goodbye.